Okay guys, we're going to walk you through the process of upgrading, verifying your payments, and making payments as well. So we're going to look at these accounts. These are examples, and first of all, you're here in the back office, and what will happen is you can scroll down, and actually the first thing you want to do is click on upgrade accounts. You want to upgrade first, but before I click on that, I want you to also see that the second thing that you need to do is to set up your payment preferences. In fact, I'll just click on payment preferences, and you'll actually go in here and you'll start entering your information there, whichever ones that you have an account with. Enter the appropriate username for Solid Trust Pay, and then the PayPal email address for them, Payza email, whatever your other that you'd like to put in there. It could be you'd like to receive your payments via snail mail, and you just simply put in your email, your home address, there, and anything else that you want there. And let me kill this out of here. You'll also want to kill that out of there when you get ready to save snail mail. You put it in there, and you'll also use your Paradise Payments password here, okay? And that's what you're going to put in there, whatever that is. All right, we're going to get back to the home screen, and we're going to walk you through the process of upgrading. This person, we're going to look at the dashboard, and basically this guy is going to be Tarzan Man. This is the person. He's in his back office. We're having a little fun with this. This is Tarzan, and he's going to be referred by Jane, and there's Jane right there, and her username is Jane Jungle. Okay, that's going to look a little bit different as we get ready to go live, and we should be live here shortly. And again, this is taken before we go live, so we would have the example for you. You can actually click on upgrade account from here, but we're going to do it from home. I was just showing you that that was the correct back office. Let's go ahead and scroll down, and we're going to click on upgrade account. That's the first thing that you want to do, is get into the system to where you can make money, and so you will need to upgrade in order to do that. Make your purchase, and you'll see you always want to scroll down. This thing says important. Always scroll down to the action processes below. The video is going to be here. It's going to explain what I'm explaining now, so you will always have that at your ready. So it's going to have also written instructions as well, but you will want to go through the step-by-step video instructions. Action processes, you see the marquee flowing back and forth in yellow there, and we're going to make our first purchase. We're going to upgrade it. It's just a cost of $2. We're going to click on purchase, and what it's going to do, it looks like it's on the same screen, but it's going to a different part of the process. Again, you will always see the marquee here telling you to scroll down for the action process, and then we're going to go down, and then here's the second part of the process. It says, thanks for purchasing Stage 1 Tier 1 position. Just make the payment in the amount of $2 by clicking this pending payments link here. This is where you want to be. Sometimes people want to go down into this area here. No, you want to be right up here in this area here, and that's what you want to click on. Now, this could have been the $2 upgrade, or it could have been one of the higher tiers. It's all the same, okay? Same process. We're going to click on pending payments and see what happens. Again, it's going to tell us to scroll to the action processes below, and then we're going to do that. There's the marquee there, and then there's the movie there explaining that you want to get whitelisted. You want to whitelist our email so that you can get your notifications. Wonderful movie there to view, to help you get and stay on top of when you have pending payments, so you'll want to view that as well. Instructions, again, are always here, and we're explaining it now in the video. And here's where, again, this says contact information. This is not the payment information. This is if you have any type of issue whatsoever, or you just need to contact the person that you're trying to make payment to. And again, Jane Jungle, there she is, and she's got her information there. Now, this payment was made via, we're going to assume it was made via PayPal. He went physically, and this is very important. You cannot get to the payment processors here, payment details, payment processors, from this back office. You have to actually go in and log into your payment processor, be it Payza, PayPal, Solid Trust Pay, whatever it is. You're going to log into that particular, you're going to individually log into your payment processor if that's the payment that this member here is selecting as one of the methods to be able to pay her. And she has just about everything there. In fact, you can pay her through pay her by Banana Boat, and either Snail Mail, Banana Boat, Tree Drive. And again, we're having a little fun with Tarzan and Jane. Now, in this particular instance, the payment, you're going to log in and you're going to make payment to her PayPal. That's what you want to use. That's what she accepts. You're going to make that payment from PayPal to her, to this email address, her PayPal email address highlighted there. And what's going to happen at this point, you're going to come back after the payment has been made, you're going to come back. And when you come back to this section, and you're going to click on pending payments to bring yourself back to this section, you're going to want to fill this in, or just keep the window open in your browser. it was not made through Payzm. It was not made through Solid Trust Pay or Snail Mail. It was made through PayPal. So you click on the drop-down menu. Let me do that again. Drop-down menu, PayPal. And then PayPal is going to give you a transaction ID number. And we're going to just say that it's blah, 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 blah. But you put the real PayPal transaction ID number that they sent you in your email or in your receipt. And then, excuse me, the email that you're sending to. I said that wrong. I want to say this goes to, it should go to Jane. Put that in there. I do apologize for that, guys. You're going to copy Jane and actually physically put that in there. I apologize for that. Okay? And there is Jane's information that's pasted into the payment email or ID. Now, if it was an ID, if you use Solid Trust Pay, you would have simply put Jane Jungle in there because that's her Solid Trust. However you made payment via PayPal, put her email address in there. Now, this is where the transaction ID number is going to come in, and you simply take that from your receipt, and then you will click on Submit, and let's see what happens now. The screen changes again. It tells you, it advises you to always scroll down to the action processes. It looks like it's on the same page, but things have changed. Your details have been submitted, and they're waiting for the approval from the receiver. And basically what you want to do, let's click on Pending Payments here again. And let's scroll down and show you exactly what you will see. There are the instructions. I always go to the bottom for all of the information and all the processes. And again, it will tell you in the payment details right here under this section, you made payment via PayPal. You made the payment to Jane Jungle at thejungle.com. And this is the transaction ID that you put in there that you received on your receipt from PayPal, the amount, the tier and stage that you paid for, and the date. And again, you want to be very mindful of the date. This is going to say that you actually put in the information and the request for them to approve you and when you made the payment. And this is the date timestamp. You are waiting for approval. And this is under transaction details. And again, you are waiting for approval. What we're going to do now, we're actually going to stop the video, restart it. We're going to log into Jane Jungle's back office and show you what she does to get you approved and verified. Stay tuned. One very important thing, guys, I want to point out is that the only thing to put in notes at a payment processor, specifically PayPal, because you don't want to have PayPal freeze your account. And the best way to do that is just simply log in, and you're going to be using the send money function, and you're going to check the services part of it. That way you will be able to put in something in notes. And again, guys, the only thing is thanks for your help, it's Paradise, and your name. It's Paradise, and specifically Paradise tells you which company it is. But PayPal or any other payment processor has no idea. It just simply says, thanks for your help, it's Paradise, and your name. Input your name. Do not put anything else into notes. Don't put level tier or stages or the name of the company. Don't put anything in there. If you do, it's not going to be approved, and you run the risk of having your account frozen. Okay? So be safe. Be wise. Simply put in thanks for your help. It's Paradise. And your real name in place of the word that says your name here. Okay? Okay, everyone, we're back, and we just want to show you that we are, in fact, in Jane Jungle's back office, and you can see that we are here, and because there's her payment information. We're going to click on Home, and it's going to take us to the screen, and what you really want to do, we got most of the primary functions that you will ever use in the program here, and here. These are the action buttons here. You're going to upgrade account, you're going to put in your payment preferences, and you're going to check your pending payments. Now that's very important. That's why the guy's kind of saying, hey, check those pending payments. Over here on this side, we got pretty much the reports, your dashboard, your approved payments, promotion, things of that nature. It says to go ahead and check your pending payments. We're going to do that now. And remember, Tarzan came on board. We're going to scroll down, and let's look at what Jane sees. Well, there it is. There's Tarzan. That's my best interpretation or impression of Tarzan. So here we are. This is going to be Tarzan's contact information here. And again, that's if Jane needs to contact Tarzan for whatever reason, something happened with the payment, she can do that. Now, the payment details. This is where Tarzan put in that how he paid Jane. And again, he paid her through PayPal and also to her email, janejungle@thejungle.com. And then the transaction ID that she received from his receipt. Tarzan is a guy. Okay, in the amount of $2, it'll have whatever stage or tier you're upgrading to. Now, this is very important. I want you to recognize this date. This is the date that Tarzan actually submitted the payment to Jane and put in his information, transaction ID. Now, Jane is back here. What does she want to do? She want to approve this? She could deny it, but that would be doing Tarzan wrong. And Jane doesn't do Tarzan wrong, so she did actually receive the payment. We're going to click on approve payment and see what happens. Okay? Now the screen has changed or is actually updated. And again, it always says to scroll down to the action processes below. She has, below this action processes below, insignia, she needs to basically come in here and approve the payment. She did in fact get the payment. So now it's time to approve the payment. And that's what she does. She simply clicks on approve, confirm payment. And let's see what happens. The screen is actually going to update again. She scrolls down to the action processes and it actually tells her payment successfully approved. Let's see if Tarzan is still in pending, waiting for approval. We scroll down to the action processes. No, there's absolutely nothing else there that's waiting in pending. So we want to go to approved payments and let's see if Tarzan shows up there. Okay? And basically, yes, Tarzan does in fact show up there. You follow me? There's Tarzan. And payments received. And that's where she sent her payments to when she came on board to her sponsor. And she was paid via PayPal, janejungle@thejungle.com, and transaction ID. Everything is all there. And again, this is important. This is the date that she actually got sent the payment. This is the date that Jane actually came in, approval date, and approved Tarzan. They are different. This says 1501-52. Same day, 1501-52. This one says 1535-32. So it took her roughly 30 plus minutes or so to get Tarzan approved. And I would have thought that Tarzan had more leeway with Jane and she would have approved him immediately. But again, if you're ever having an issue with trying to get an approval, you want to go to your contact information, and then once you get that contact information, you want to contact the person, whether you're trying to pay someone or whether you're trying to receive payment from someone. The contact information is always there. You want to do that and try and expedite the process and for a quick resolve. Does that make sense? Now what we're going to do basically, guys, is let you know that everything is in order. You're now ready to start your marketing because you have actually set up your payment preferences. You want to do that before you begin any marketing. You also want to make certain that you are activated or that you have been in fact verified as paid before you begin your sponsoring or your activity as far as bringing others on board. Does that make sense? Welcome aboard, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little particular part of everything. And again, most of your action is going to be here, these three buttons. And this is one in particular. Pay attention to this one because that's going to be checking your pending payments. And that's going to help you to get your people, your team, to start growing once you approve their payments. Now, do not approve anyone if they have not actually sent you a payment. If you don't really actually have a payment and it looks like it's in pending, don't approve them. And until you actually receive your payment. And again, you can contact them, they can contact you. That's how the program works, guys. Welcome aboard and have an outstanding, super good day.